Hi there Aquarius, welcome back to my channel The Angel Witch Tarot. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome, it's so nice to meet you. So, this reading is for the week of 13th to 19th April 2026. So let's start off with the reading, but before that, please follow, subscribe, share, like my Instagram account and as well as my YouTube channel, Angel Witch Tarot. So let's start. We'll start with the intuitive oracle cards and see what the spirits want you to know regarding your intuition this week. Light of awareness. The light of awareness sharpens your intuition. Emotional clarity. Emotional clarity sharpens your intuition. So let's move on to the tarot and see how your week progresses. The Fool in reverse, all about how you're holding back on something. There's indecision, there's hesitation, you're being reckless, fearless, taking risks and making bad choices. And then you have the Nine of Cups upright. Your wishes are going to come true, you're going to feel satisfaction, contentment, you're going to have that emotional stability, luxury and gratitude. Sense of gratitude. Two of Pentacles in reverse. You're juggling too many things. You're overcommitted. You're disorganized. You need to reprioritize because you lack the balance and you're overwhelmed by everything, right? And then you have the World, which is in reverse. You're seeking personal closure, but you're not able to get it because you're taking the shortcuts, which is causing delays and incompletion in finding your closure, which is actually not the right way to find closure. You need to face it head on, go straight forward, do not take any shortcuts. Alright? And then we have the Five of Swords in reverse, which talks about past resentment, how you desire to reconcile with someone, you want to make amends with someone and desire to forgive that person. And then we have the Page of Swords upright, which is all about new ideas, curiosity, thirst for knowledge, new ways of communicating, being restless, and you have a lot of mental energy, right? Then we have the Page of Cups upright, which is all about creative opportunities, our intuitive messages, curiosity, possibility, happy surprises, being a dreamer, being sensitive, and finding new love. And then we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So in reverse, it's all about how you're using your heart more. You're being over emotional, you're being easily influenced, you're feeling bitter, being cruel, cold-hearted and bitchy. That is not a word I'd like to use, but that's what's given here. So that you just need a lot of rest so that you can take back your priorities, reprioritize yourself, not be overwhelmed because creative opportunities are coming your way, your wishes are gonna come true. That is also there, right? So it's best to relax, take help, not do everything alone, don't take the burden by yourself. Okay, so that is there. And then we move on to the next set. Nurture. Nurture your relationships like blooming flowers, they'll flourish. And boundaries. Love may challenge your boundaries. Protect them. For this next set, I'd like you to think of someone. It could even be yourself. That's totally fine. Just think of somebody and we'll figure out what's in this person's heart that they're hiding, what they're unable to say. They're two-faced. They're playing with your emotions. They're very insincere and not who you think they are. And they're devilish. Trouble follows them around all the time. They're very tempting and they have that addictive charm to them, which makes you want to be with them, which you have to be careful of. So the spirit animal guidance, beast soul oracle cards. I've got the 2 cards. So we've got the energetic monkey and the barging badger. So the barging badger is all about determination, focus and advancement. It says, tireless and resourceful one, lend me your ferocious spirit and spunk. And then we have energetic monkey, all about innovation, confidence and amusement. It says to cherish those who bring laughter and joy to your soul. Now the new one, my dear Aquarius, is the wealth manifestation cards. I think it's best if I put them like this, right? I am creating new sources of income every day. This is your affirmation for the whole week. Say this every day, as many times as you can. I am creating new sources of income every day. All right? So let's move on to the astro dice for the overall energy of the week. That's a big triangle. So Gemini, Pluto, 3rd house. So Pluto is all about that power, transformation, rebirth, death, evolution, sex, intensity, subconsciousness, the occult, the desires, the obsessions, the control, the destructions, the upheaval, the deep emotions, the fears, the receptivity and the unearthing of something, the truth maybe, right? And then we have Gemini, that is all about being adaptable, intelligent, agile, communicative, having good social networks, being inconsistent, gossiping, cunningness, superficiality, duality, mischievousness, curiosity, close friendships, twins and siblings. And then we have the 3rd house, which is all about siblings, peers, short distance travel, school or early education, the mind, the thinking, the communication, the social activities, the media and the neighbors. Alright, so this is the end of the reading for my dear Aquarius. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.